And the first thing I noticed was that restaurants here don't provide you with bread or chips before your meal. It's very different from America. A lot of restaurants do that back at home. I've been to one yet so far that's done that. When you ask for water, it's in a room temperature jug on the table, and you like fill it yourself throughout your meal, as opposed to in America where they bring you water cup and fill it up. It's ice water. The service isn't always there. It isn't always checking on you. They aren't always coming, making sure that you're feeling all right. In America, they're always coming and asking if you need anything. I think it's because they work for tips in America more so. Here, they don't, so it's completely different. And then also takeaway boxes. That's one big difference. In America, if you don't finish your food, you can definitely get a to-go box, and like they always ask you, hey, do you want a to-go box? And here, you have to ask them, and not everyone does it. First day I got here, I was starving. After I unpacked, first thing I did was go and get some food with my buddy Ryan, and we went to the grounds of Alexandria. Went there, had a meal. And then after we finished, we just sat there and talked for about 20 minutes, and we're like, hey, where's the check? Didn't realize that you actually have to ask for the check here. In America, you know, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes after you're done with your meal, they'll come bring it to you, trying to get you out of there, I guess. But in America, people tip all the time, every time, and so we want to know what the tipping culture is like here.
There is not really a tip culture. It's more like people just tip whenever they want to tip something.
So sometimes we ask for, but that depends on how you bring the service. If you feel like you can ask for, do it. But sometimes you say, no, I didn't look after the customer very well, so I don't have to ask.
Okay. Would you say that it is like 100% of the time customers give you tips?
No.
No.
No. Well, sometimes the service and the food is good. They do it straight.
Like, okay, the service was great, so we're gonna give a tip. It's not like in America they need to do 10 or 15%.
How would you describe a true, like, real Australian cuisine, and like, what does it entail?
Really had the feeling that there is one. Like, it's pretty much international as the country is. So, well, if you ask me about the Vegemite, I'll be like, it's disgusting.
Do people, if they have food left on their plate after their meal, do they normally get a to-go or takeaway box?
Not that often. Normally when it's like big platters, what we do serve, we do, but otherwise.
Yeah, here never the takeaway or something like that. Sometimes it's embarrassing for them, like, I take the food away. I think.
Okay. Do people normally, in a big group, split the bill?
That's what they mostly like to do, but more than 8 people will say just split it yourself. You cannot like make 8 or more different meals on one table.
You can see in the video that we showed the Australian flag in black and white and switched to color when we showed the other flags. This was done to represent that Australia does not have a specific food culture, but rather is a combination and mixture of many different cultures, and that by coming together end up creating an Australian food culture.
In the video, we used tracking, tilting, and panning shots to further show the restaurant environments and culture here in Australia, specifically in Newtown and Darling Harbour. We used jump shots in the first interview to keep the audience engaged through showing clips of different restaurants. And I specifically for this project did most of the editing, but I also helped with interviewing. And Caden helps with editing as well, but he did most of the interviewing and filming too.
So the diegetic sound, it would be our voices like asking the questions and the people answering these questions. While non-diegetic, the music that we have added, like we added songs from few different countries to show Australia is a multicultural country. However, for lighting, we used natural lighting throughout filming. While my main role was helping to interview, but also we all collaborated throughout.
While working on this project, I filmed short clips and cutaways throughout the video. I also contributed interview questions and structured the creative directions of the film by choosing the order of the interview and general topics. In the video, we used a variation of the shots, like wide angle shots, to emphasize the surrounding environment, We chose to film at medium shots as well as close-up to capture more detail and then combine the angles to create a more visually appealing video. Shooting the diverse local restaurants and surrounding areas was important to us to try and show Australia's multicultural influences on their cuisines.